Thank you, Mr. Chair. And first, I would like to thank my colleague on the other side of the aisle, my fellow Midwesterner from Indiana, Mr. Yakum, for working together on this very critical piece of legislation. As my colleague mentioned, our legislation extends the authorization for the non-premium war risk insurance program at the Federal Aviation Administration. As an Ohioan, we certainly know a thing or two about in the insurance industry, but I want to get away from the jargon for just a second to talk about this program and what this insurance program actually does and why it is so very critical that we pass this amendment in this legislation. This program provides the insurance coverage necessary for civilian airliners that make up the Civil Reserve Air Fleet. In emergency situations, the Civil Reserve Air Fleet augments the Department of Defense's airlift capacity, giving us the ability to move personnel and material around the globe in times of need. In short, this is a national emergency preparedness necessity. Like any insurance policy, you hope you only have to use it in an emergency, or you never have to use it at all. That's why the Civil Reserve Air Fleet has only been activated 3 times in our nation's history. Once to help support our troops during the first Gulf War, second during Operation Iraqi Freedom, and most recently to help evacuate American citizens and our brave Afghan allies who risk everything, their homes, their families, and their safety in service of American diplomacy and our brave men and women in uniform. Mr. Chairman, I'm proud that today we're advancing legislation that helps keeps our nation ready to respond to the threats that it faces and ensures our civilian airlines who answer the call of the Civil Reserve Air Fleet. I urge my colleagues to vote in favor of this legislation. Thank you again to my colleague and the members of this committee. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.